Hello everyone and welcome to today's video, and today we're going to be talking about some of the new Smart Play sets that got revealed. So a couple weeks ago we got some of the first 3 Smart Play sets revealed at a convention from LEGO, and then earlier today we got 5 more of these sets revealed, and these are the other 5 that we were expecting based on rumors. So these should be the final 5, but we do have a couple of interesting sets here, some not so good, some okay, nothing amazing. I mean, all of these are in general pretty bad here. As like the whole Smart Play thing is just not, I don't think it's going to do well. But we have 5 sets to talk about here, so let's go ahead and start here with the Smart Play Luke's Land Speeder for $40. So originally, I was kind of excited for this one because I was thinking they'll make a nice new land speeder, and then there was a rumor that there would be a unique mold for this, and I figured it would be pretty accurate to the land speeder in Star Wars, and I was wrong. This thing looks terrible. It looks like a half-built submarine almost. The windscreen piece on this is just terrible. But like the other sets, it does have this little side build to make it worth the money, kind of, even though this looks like it should be $20, not 40, but that's LEGO with these smart bricks. And then it has the same system where you can use these special pieces on the smart brick to interact with this set. However, notably in all of these sets, the smart brick isn't included, just these smart figs and smart tags are. So if you have a smart brick from another set or you buy one separately, it will work with them. And then as far as the minifigures for this one go, we do get the smart minifig Luke Skywalker, which is, I think, similar or the exact same one that will be in the Millennium Falcon later on. And then normal minifigures, we get this Gonk droid, which looks like a downsize of the other Gonk droids. And then a Jawa, which I do think that is a new torso print for the Jawa. So as far as the normal minifigures in these sets go, they are pretty nice, but since they are in Smart Play sets, it's kind of difficult to get them since they're so expensive, but that's just the way it is. Then next up here we have probably the second worst set out of these 5, the Smart Play AT-ST Attack on Endor for $50. And the reason this one is so bad is because the build of the AT-ST, it looks like something I would make out of my spare parts bin. I mean, it's not good at all, and the speeder is kinda good. The one thing I don't like about these sets from the Smart Play thing is that they all have these red levers on them where the smart bricks can go and everything, but as far as the smart brick interaction with this, I think you can put it on the speeder as well as putting it inside of the AT-ST in the exposed back, which is oh so fun. And then if you press on the red lever, which again I think is ugly and causes the back of these sets to be open, it will make a blaster sound effect. And then again for the minifigures, we have a Smart Play Ewok, which does have the short version legs that you can still move. And then we have 2 nice minifigs with the AT-ST Pilot and Scout Trooper. So again, some nice normal minifigs, but of course they are in these Smart Play sets. And then next up here we have the worst set out of this whole wave of Smart Play sets, in my opinion, and that is the Yoda's Hut and Jedi Training set for $70. And the reason this is so bad is because originally this was rumored, I had forgotten about it, as being a Yoda's Training thing, and then the side build was rumored to be a tree from Dagobah, and that's not a tree. And if it's supposed to be, I don't know who designed this set, but I don't think they know what a tree is because that thing just looks terrible. I mean, it's just a bunch of black or gray Technic pieces together, and you can just wobble them around. And then the smart brick function on this is just Yoda cooking, it seems, which I think is just bad. I mean, Yoda's hut doesn't look too bad, but just that Technic thing looks terrible. I think it's supposed to represent Luke using the Force, but I feel like they could have done anything different, like maybe use clear pieces or something else, but just an unnecessary thing here. And then as far as the minifigures go, we get a smart minifig, Dagobah, Luke, and Yoda, and then a Dagobah style R2-D2. So again, nice normal minifigures, but in Smart Play sets. And then next up here we have my personal favorite out of all this, and this is the Smart Play Mos Eisley Cantina for $80, which is a rather steep price point. But I think this is one of the better sets, mainly because I think you're getting the most minifigs out of this set, other than the X-Wing and Death Star 2 Final Duel set. So as far as this one goes, I think the build isn't too bad on this one. Kind of similar to some other cantinas we've seen before. It just doesn't really have much to like the roof or anything. One thing I am disappointed about is that there's no Han Solo in this, but that is okay. The Smart Brick features here, the first one, which is my favorite out of all of these, is that you can put the Smart Brick with the Cantina musicians, and if you move it around it will make music and they will dance. I do think that's fun. The one thing I don't like though is that in this picture they have Greedo there singing, which just doesn't make sense. I feel like they should have just included 3 of the musicians, but whatever. And then the dewback here is an okay-ish build, and then you can put the Smart Brick on it and I guess it will make the noises. But when I looked at this picture closely, I was wondering why the dewback is just throwing his legs out from side to side, and then I looked closely and the legs are attached by these hinge joints that can only move from side to side, which means that if a kid wants to have their animal walk, it will kind of waddle rather than walk, so that is not good here. And then minifigures in this set, we have the Obi-Wan and Greedo Smart minifigs, and the Greedo looks very nice, the Obi-Wan looks good, and then the normal minifigs in this set are really good. We have 2 of the Cantina musicians, which are very nice looking, and then this Sand Trooper, even though I'm not a big fan of the helmets, this Sand Trooper does look really good, and it is utilizing the new mold style from the 327th Clone Troopers. However, it is a different mold here. I think it's unique for this one. I don't think they just made it black, so that is very nice. That means that we could get some others here in the future. And then last up here we have the Smart Play Millennium Falcon for $100, and I've got to say this is probably the worst Millennium Falcon ever. I mean, it's small, it's very compact, it is very squished, it just looks bad. As far as the Smart Brick goes here, you can put it like behind the engines and it will light up and make noise. And then if you put it behind the cockpit in that area that is of course exposed, which is just terrible on all these sets, it can make the blaster sound effects. And then as far as the interior goes here, this is quite the terrible and small interior. I mean, all it has really is the hollow chest table and like a bed, and then the rest is just kind of some loose stuff that's not really good or anything. So this one's pretty bad as far as Millennium Falcons go. And then all the minifigures in this are the Smart Play minifigures, so that's gonna increase the price, of course. We have Chewbacca, Han Solo, C-3PO, and Luke Skywalker. But yeah, this is definitely the worst one, like Millennium Falcon ever from LEGO, in my opinion. Well, folks, that is all of the Smart Play sets that have been revealed. So we have these 5 here, then we also have Darth Vader's TIE Advanced, the X-Wing Starfighter, and then the Death Star 2 Final Duel set. And then all of 8 of these sets are the March Wave for 2026. So a March Wave that could have been amazing is now not, and I don't know, I'm probably only going to get like 2 of these sets, the TIE Fighter and the Cantina, just because I like both of those, not because of the Smart Bricks or anything. I'm probably going to like modify the sets and take out the Smart Brick stuff, but whatever. But these are supposed to come out on March 1st, so we now have all of the wave revealed. There might be a polybag or something, I don't really know, but as far as March is concerned, this is our wave. So Let me know what you think about these smart bricks in the comment section down below. Do you think this could be the savior of LEGO Star Wars or absolutely destroy it? I'm personally thinking that no one is going to buy these sets and then LEGO will never revisit Smart Play again. But that is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed. Please make sure you do like and subscribe if you did, and make sure you tune in for the next one.